After World War II, Germany found itself on the losing side. As a result, the victorious Allied powers divided Germany, including its capital Berlin, into zones of occupation. The United States, Great Britain, and France controlled West Berlin, while the Soviet Union controlled East Berlin. This division reflected the growing ideological divide between the capitalist West and the communist East. Initially, movement between these zones was relatively unrestricted. However, as the Cold War intensified, so did tensions between the two sides. East Germany, under Soviet influence, faced economic hardship and political repression. As a result, millions of East Germans chose to flee to the West, seeking freedom and opportunity. This mass exodus posed a significant problem for East Germany. In an attempt to stem the flow of refugees, they erected barbed wire fences and increased border patrols. However, these measures proved largely ineffective in halting the exodus. The situation reached a critical point in August 1961. Faced with the prospect of losing its entire workforce, East Germany took drastic measures.
On the night of August 12th to 13th, 1961, East German troops began sealing off the border. Barbed wire fences were hastily erected, streets were torn up, and concrete barriers were put in place. This marked the beginning of the Berlin Wall's construction. The construction of the wall shocked the world. Overnight, families and friends were separated. The wall quickly became a symbol of Cold War division.
The Berlin Wall had a profound impact on the lives of Berliners. West Berliners found themselves living in an enclave of freedom, surrounded by the communist East. They enjoyed democratic freedoms and economic prosperity, but were separated from their fellow citizens in the East. East Berliners, on the other hand, faced restrictions on their movement, speech, and access to information. They lived under constant surveillance with the Stasi, the East German secret police, keeping a watchful eye on their activities. Many East Berliners yearned for the freedom and opportunities that lay beyond the wall. The wall became a physical manifestation of the Iron Curtain, the ideological and physical barrier that divided Europe during the Cold War. It served as a constant reminder of the political tensions and the human cost of division. Despite the restrictions, life went on in both East and West Berlin. West Berlin became a center of art, culture, and music, while East Berlin developed its own distinct identity under communist rule. However, the wall cast a long shadow over the city, a constant reminder of the division that existed. Despite the risks, many East Germans attempted to escape to the west. Some dug tunnels under the wall, while others scaled it using ropes and ladders. Others tried to cross at Checkpoint Charlie. These attempts were fraught with danger. Border guards were ordered to shoot escapees, and many lost their lives. Their stories became symbols of the human desire for freedom. One famous escape involved a hot air balloon. In 1979, two families built a balloon in secret. They launched it at night and landed safely in West Germany. These stories remind us of the human cost of division.
Section 5. Symbols of Oppression and Hope. The Wall's Enduring Legacy. The Berlin Wall quickly became a powerful symbol of Cold War oppression and division. Its imposing presence served as a constant reminder of the ideological struggle between East and West and the restrictions placed upon those living under communist rule. However, the wall also became a symbol of hope and resistance. West Berliners and people worldwide rallied in support of those trapped behind the wall, demanding its removal and the reunification of Germany. Artists from around the world used the wall as a canvas for their political expression. Murals, graffiti, and paintings adorned the western side of the wall, transforming it into a symbol of freedom and creativity in the face of oppression. The wall's legacy is complex and multifaceted. It serves as a reminder of the dangers of division, the importance of freedom, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity.
Section 6. A City Reunited. The Fall of the Berlin Wall. In the late 1980s, a wave of revolutions swept across Eastern Europe, challenging communist rule and demanding democratic reforms. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, adopted policies of glasnost, or openness, and perestroika, or restructuring, which further weakened the communist grip on power. On November 9, 1989, After weeks of protests and mounting pressure, East Germany announced the opening of its borders. Thousands of East Berliners surged towards the wall, demanding to cross into West Berlin. Overwhelmed by the crowds, the border guards opened the gates, and East and West Berliners celebrated together, marking the beginning of the end of the Cold War. The fall of the Berlin Wall was a watershed moment in world history. It signaled the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe and the reunification of Germany. The images of people celebrating atop the wall, chipping away at its concrete with hammers and chisels, were broadcast around the world, becoming iconic symbols of freedom and hope.
Section 7, Ghosts of the Past, the Wall's Remaining Presence. While most of the Berlin Wall has been demolished, remnants still stand as poignant reminders of the city's divided past. These preserved sections serve as open-air museums, attracting visitors from around the globe. The East Side Gallery is a 1.3-kilometer stretch, transformed into an international open-air art gallery. Artists from all over the world painted murals, turning a symbol of oppression into vibrant expression. The Berlin Wall Memorial on Bernauer Strasse preserves a section of the wall and the death strip. It offers a sobering glimpse into the reality of life and death along the barrier.
Section 8. A World Transformed, the Legacy of the Berlin Wall. The fall of the Berlin Wall had a profound impact on the world, ushering in a new era of globalization and interconnectedness. With the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe, the ideological divide between East and West began to dissolve, leading to greater cooperation and integration between former adversaries. The reunification of Germany, symbolized by the dismantling of the wall, served as a model for other divided nations seeking to overcome their differences and forge a more unified future. The events in Berlin inspired movements for freedom and democracy around the globe, demonstrating the power of peaceful protest and the indomitable spirit of those who dare to dream of a better world. The legacy of the Berlin Wall continues to shape international relations and foreign policy to this day. It serves as a reminder of the importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and understanding in resolving conflicts and bridging divides.
Section 9. The Human Spirit Endures. Stories of Resilience and Hope. Amidst the hardship and division caused by the Berlin Wall, countless stories of resilience, courage, and hope emerged. Families separated by the barrier found creative ways to communicate and maintain their bonds despite the physical separation. Some sent messages through intermediaries, while others resorted to ingenious methods like attaching letters to balloons and launching them across the border. Grandparents unable to meet their grandchildren in person would stand on platforms near the wall, catching glimpses of their loved ones from afar. The resilience of the human spirit was evident in the countless acts of kindness and solidarity displayed by people on both sides of the wall. West Berliners risked their lives to help East Berliners escape, providing shelter, supplies, and guidance. These acts of compassion demonstrated the enduring power of human connection and the inherent desire for freedom and unity.
Section 10. A reminder for the future, never again. The Berlin Wall stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of safeguarding democratic values. Its legacy serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to remain vigilant against the rise of extremism, intolerance, and oppression in all its forms. The lessons learned from the Cold War era, particularly the importance of dialogue, diplomacy, and mutual understanding, remain as relevant as ever in today's interconnected world. As we face new challenges and divisions, it is crucial to remember the past, learn from its mistakes, and strive to build a future where walls, both physical and metaphorical, are torn down. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a testament to the power of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can prevail, and that walls, no matter how imposing they may seem, cannot hold back the tide of freedom and unity forever.
Section 11. Interactive Berlin Wall. Explore its history. Want to learn more about the Berlin Wall?